All right. Welcome back to the sign. This is episode 4. Now, if you missed the last video, we did live stream the beginning of episode 4. And if you missed it, top right corner, you can see the live stream is right there for you guys to watch it and check out the new mask, right? We had the new mask during that live stream. And we are picking up right where we left off with Wolf. So if you guys remember, we had an email that Jonathan sent to Thomas. We're trying to unlock this zip file labeled The Truth. And we're getting ready to pay the 60 bits to Hans to unlock this file. Yes, let's pay it. Hans. Hello, Hans. Yes. My favorite robot buddy. Wonder how he's doing with his robot girls. Hope he's doing good. Greetings from far away, also from Julia today. A good rhyme is all it takes. Oh, here it is. There's Hans and Julia enjoying a nice vacation on a desert island, a deserted island there, out in his little inner tube. I wonder how they're not getting. They must be waterproof, not blowing up and smoking and getting electrocuted. However, I missed the two things terribly. You and my cuddly teddy bear. Aw. Oh, how I've missed that. Sorry, Hans. A bit inconvenient right now. Please, Hans, stop rhyming. Look, how I've missed Hans. I've missed Hans. I haven't talked to Hans lately. At least not much. We're friends, and that's what matters. I have one more. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Hans. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. We knew that. We jam already know that one. And then a frozen emoji. Is he cold? I don't understand this one. What's going on now? That was it? That was all? That was it? We don't even get to respond? I don't get to respond to Hans. All right, I guess. Going to the organ party. We have now successfully got the password for the zip file email. Check out what I found in his emails. Oh, I can't wait. Can't jam wait. We got this document. Ooh. Okay. Oh. I was 15 when I met Nicole on a school trip. She was different from my classmates. While I was hanging out at a local town party, she was partying the night away in big city clubs. Even though I didn't know Nicole at all, I wanted her to like me. We got into the same class, sat next to each other, became friends through her. I met more people, did my best to become part of that gang. I suddenly held the first pill of ecstasy in my hands during history class. I wanted a cough drop. Instead, I was handed a mixture of MDMA, cocaine, and speed. What? You gotta be kidding me. Wow, I thought I thought him saying I suddenly held the first pill of ecstasy. I thought that was a euphemism to like he was feeling butterflies and jitters because he was with, Nicole. I wasn't expecting him to actually have like a pill. I wanted a cough drop. I got ecstasy instead. The others thought it was funny, but I couldn't quite understand the joke. At that stage, I knew quite a lot about drugs already. In a group of friends, there was almost no other topic of conversation than pills, LSD, and speed. Nicole would tell us what she had taken on the weekend. The others had similar stories or were already planning the next high, and then came the big bang. In the middle of a party, there was a raid, and the police found large amounts of LSD and cocaine on almost everyone in my group of friends. I hadn't been using anything in a few days. I wanted a new start. I wanted to finally free myself from the scene. What started out as the love of my life became more and more of a nightmare. Since I was the only one not carrying any substance and none could be detected in my blood, I was particularly in the focus of the police. A deal was proposed to me. I'd tell the truth, sell my friends, and I'd be out of jail in no time. I felt bad at first, but where did this whole time with Nicole actually get me? Basically, it only caused problems and suffering. So I unpacked and told everything I knew where We bought the drugs, where we sold them, where our warehouse were, everything. The police made a big score and I was allowed to go. A little later, the death threats started. The police offered me to join the witness protection program. Oh, I've been saying this from the very beginning. I thought so. I thought Jonathan was part of the witness protection program. And build a new identity for myself. Talking about it is incredibly stressful for me. So thankful very much. Oh, so thank you very much. Wow. So Jonathan was in a rough spot back in the day. He was doing a lot of drugs. He had these friends that were doing a lot of drugs. They were making drugs. They were selling drugs. They were doing all this kind of crazy stuff. And they got busted. They got busted by the police, but Jonathan struck a deal. He ratted out on his friends, struck a deal, and now Jonathan was in witness protection, and now he is where he is now. I guess technically dead. but he's with us now. He's with this Oregon party. He's with the new group going to school here. That's how he became friends here. And that's why he had no past in the past. Like, right, that's why we couldn't find out his past, because of this witness protection. So wow, that is crazy. He was in a witness protection program. That's why he never talked about his past. It's probably for the best. He should have told us that. I don't think he should have. All I can think about is how mean we were to him. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we were giving him a lot of shit for it. That's for damn true. But I suppose that's why he never talked about his past. I mean, he literally couldn't, because you never know who knows who. Do you think this drug business might have something to do with Sarina? I don't think so. I'm in agreement with Wolf. I don't think it does. I didn't find anything on his phone to indicate that. And unfortunately, no clues as to what exactly he found yesterday. That means we have no clue. Starting at the very beginning again. What do you propose we do now? We really found nothing that helps us. That means we have no clues again. Well, let's see what Wolf maybe proposes that we do now, because I feel like we're yet again at square one. Let me summarize our current state of knowledge. Jonathan found out who Sarina's killer was. We can assume that Sarina's killer lives near us. Gabriella probably knew the killer, and he or she was close to her. So it's quite possible that Jonathan knew the killer as well. But who does Jonathan know? But where does that leave us? What's your point? And we have no idea who it could be. So Jonathan knew who it was. Gabriella may have been close to who it was. I don't know. Where does that leave us? Where does that leave us now? I still have the fear the murderer is among us. It's Professor Kruger. I freaking know it is. I am so sure of it that it's Professor Kruger. So Yannick, don't start that again. Your cell phone tracking clearly clearly proved that none of us were anywhere near Jonathan. I tracked the location of the cell phone, not the location of the person. Even if I continued to make myself unpopular now. Tongue-tied. You were very close to Gabriella. I was. But so were you, Wolf. That was your girlfriend. Shit. Like, it was Wolf's girlfriend. You knew Quentin well. We're in close contact with Ruby. Gabriella finds no rest because of you. And oddly enough, your cell phone was furthest away from the crime scene. Oh, oddly enough. So now if my cell phone was the closest to the crime scene, then I'm the suspect. Now that my cell phone is the farthest away from the crime scene, I'm a suspect. Wolf, you're barking up the wrong tree there, buddy. Are you accusing me one now? Accusing everybody one by one. I don't believe it. Do any of you guys still think that? Or do any of you guys think that too? Up until just now, I liked you, Wolf. Up until just now, you know, me and Wolf were buddies up until just now. I don't believe that. You know what? I don't jam believe it. I can't believe it. Calling me out, Wolf. Objection, Wolf. I know tongue-tied. You're wrong. That's right, Yannick. I would never do something like that. I agree. Yesterday, you suspected Henry. Today, it's tongue-tied. Who's next? Right. Right. Who's next? You keep suspecting everybody. Maybe it's you, Wolf. Maybe it's Wolf the whole time. Our professor. No, well, now... well, Professor, weren't that far away from the crime scene either. You are exposed. You know what, Phil? You might be onto something there. I might agree that it might be the professor. I agree with Phil. I don't think there's any point in randomly spreading accusations now. Except I'm gonna accuse Kruger until I'm certain otherwise. Sorry, guys. I'm just scared as hell of what's coming. I feel like all the pressure is on me. Some of you don't even have 2 days left, and you wonder why I'm grasping at straws. Then this lead has brought us nothing once again. Once again, we're at square one. We're at ground zero. We don't no closer to it than we were before. No, I still have one last glimmer of hope though. A GPS route tracking of Jonathan's last cell phone signals. Based on the location of the used radio cells, I may have been able to zero in on where he was just before he died. Give me about an hour, and we might know more. And tongue-tied, sorry, but I'm running out of options. It's understandable, honestly. If you think about it, it's understandable. I mean, we got almost no time left, so why not just start throwing accusations out there? Don't bother. It's okay. It's all good, Wolf. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. So it's all good for now. Until Wolf ends up being the killer. Sorry, guys. Something else real quick. I'm really worried about Kiera at the moment. She was at my house just before and she's been on her way home for about 30 minutes now. I can't reach her on her cell. For 30 minutes, don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? So, absolutely, that's not like you, Cedric. Why was Kiera with you in the first place? Yeah, I was going to say, Cedric's probably getting ready to throw himself under the bus there. He's getting ready to point out that him and Kiera are a couple now. I'm going to tell you up front, and then we can move on to the next topic. Kiera and I spent the last night together. We believe that something serious could develop between us. That's nice. So Cedric's definitely telling the group. It wasn't me, so I held my end of the bargain. I wasn't going to tell everybody. Elkie, how lovely. What if it's Elkie? What if it's Elkie this whole time it was Elkie? Oh, that would ruin me. Even in such times, love can blossom. I'm happy for you, Cedric. Me too. But 30 minutes is no time at all. Take it easy, Cedric. Thanks. I will check with Enos and Kiera's mother, though. Might be a good idea. I don't know. I mean, everybody's on edge. I mean, when something's supposed to take 20 minutes and it takes 30 minutes, at this point in time, that 10 minutes is a big percentage of the time that we have left. So I can understand that everybody's starting to get a little bit on edge. We have Yannick here. But if we don't solve this case soon, my time runs out in 2 days. Damn it, I don't want to die yet. You know what? I'm right there with you, Yannick. My time runs out too. None of us want that. We must now try to keep our nerve. No one will die anymore. We'll finish this together. None of us want it, Yannick, including myself. I mean, I'm a few minutes ahead of you, Yannick. Like, I watched that video before you did. My life has just begun. All our lives, right? We're damn young. We're still young. We have parents, siblings, friends. Not even married yet and have kids. Like, I'm getting ready to die. My sister is 6 months pregnant. Oh, you're going to be an uncle. Yannick's going to be an uncle. Do you understand, tongue-tied? I'm going to be an uncle soon. I know. My grandma is worried that she won't live to see the baby because she'll turn 90 soon. But their chances are better than mine. It's true. It's very true. What do you want me to say? It's sad but true. Yannick, we're all in the same boat. Yannick, we're all in the same boat, but I feel like that's a little passive aggressive. Don't say that. Look, but it's true. Like, maybe it's like the hard truth. So look, Yannick, we're all in the same boat. We're all in this together. Yes, and it's time to sink in 2 days. Nah, we're gonna figure it out. Every day, someone from our group dies. First Gabriella and Quentin, then Ruby, and now Jonathan. And it's not only Sarina who's doing this to us anymore. Damn it, tongue-tied. Now our killer is after us too. I don't know what to tell you, Yannick. He doesn't even know what to say himself. Keeps erasing everything. Sorry. That was a lot of writing and erasing for you just to say sorry. I'm crying my heart out, and you're in the same boat. It's true. It's true. Okay, so it looks like Cedric did speak to Kiera. I just spoke with Kiara's mom and her sister. They can't... Oh, they didn't. So he didn't speak to Kiera. They can't get a hold of Kiera either. And don't tell me again not to worry. Maybe it's time to worry. We should be in much more... Or we should have been much more concerned about the others already. Gabriella and Quentin. Ruby. Maybe Kiera is talking with Dr. Lettner. Maybe she's out there having a few words with Dr. Lettner. And hopefully it's just a couple words. Jonathan, did I forget anyone? It's getting hard to keep count. Cedric, take a breather. I don't know, Cedric. Kiera might be with Lettner right now. That's why you can't get a hold of her. Turn that phone off. Put it on Do Not Disturb. There's absolutely no point in acting rashly now. You know what, Phil? How about you being a smartass for once? How about not being a smartass for once? Who actually appointed you as leader, giving us instructions. Your childish accusations don't help us either. What was that about being on the same page and so on? Cedric, don't you think you're exaggerating a little? Say nothing. What was that about being on the same page? I mean, we need to be. Your childish accusations don't help us either. Well, we all need to be on the same page. It's like we're getting divided in our group. We're splitting up. Everybody's angry at each other. Everybody's snapping at each other. And be on the same page with me. Kiara and her mom had actually planned to catch up. When her mother rang her doorbell, Kiara wasn't home. You don't get it, do you? I'm freaking terrified something has happened to Kiera. Now please try to keep calm. Wolf, do you have a way to find out where Kiera is right now? Although I think you're acting a bit hastily, but in Cedric's place, I would certainly feel the same way. Thanks, Wolf. Wolf, I'll be right back. Maybe Wolf can track Kiara's cell phone, figure out where she is. GPS related. Location now. Dad. Hey, you. What's up, Dad? Dad? You must have already heard the good news from Mom. I can't tell you how relieved I am. That's right. Mom's tumor is benign and can be removed surgically. It's going to be great. And sorry for not getting back to you yesterday. I was at Marcus's place until quite late. I already thought so. No worries, Dad. Say nothing. Right, we thought he was at Marcus's place. But was he really? Was he really at Marcus's place? Or was he somewhere else and Jonathan was nearby and then Dad killed Jonathan? Because Dad had an affair with Sarina and got Sarina pregnant. And it's Dad. And then Jonathan found Dad. And then Dad killed Jonathan. Oh, I can't believe that, though. There's no way. There's no way. I just hope surgery goes well, although the doctor was optimistic. But one always hears about the worst stories. And brain surgery is certainly not a routine procedure either. I wonder if there's a way that we can prove that Dad was definitely with Marcus. No, there's no way. There's no way. It's Kruger. It's still. The doctors know what they're doing. Mom will be fine. I know she will. Don't imagine the worst. Look, Mom's gonna be fine. There's got to be a way to prove that he was talking with an actual doctor. He was talking with Marcus. I'm actually very optimistic about it too. It just keeps haunting my mind. But I don't want to trouble you with that. Well, son, I'm in the right parking lot of the wine store right now. I will cook something delicious for Mom tonight. And now I'm getting us some bubbly too. Ooh, gonna have a nice little night. I have to hurry a little. All right, talk to you soon, Dad. Send me a pick of your dinner. Got a little prime option there. We're gonna do that because we're gonna pick every prime option that we can, any kind of premier option. So if he can send us a picture of the dinner, that would be amazing. Oregon party. Kiera's phone seems to be disconnected from the network. I can't locate it. Cedric, I've had enough. Something must have happened to her. Right, so I'm guessing Kiera put her phone on like do not disturb or put it on plane mode or airplane or whatever. Somehow she disconnected it from data, Wi-Fi, whatever you want to call it, and is with Dr. Lettner right now. And she did that knowing that she can be tracked GPS, now. She can be tracked globally now. So she turned all that off because she needed to talk to Lettner, probably to let Lettner know that, she ain't going to have anything to do with him anymore and she's going to be with Cedric. But the problem is that everybody's worried about what's going on with Kiera. She's not getting in touch. I'm now going to check every route she could have taken. Check her place too. See if her car is in the underground parking. Good luck. Keep us posted. Good luck, Cedric. Keep us posted. Let us know what you find out. It's too bad there wasn't a spot there to be like, maybe you should check with Dr. Lettner. That would have been a good thing to check with. I will. Thanks, tongue-tied. We have Leah, ex-girlfriend. Let me say that once again. Let me preface ex-girlfriend. We are not together. It's ex-girlfriend Leah. I think the people at the public utility company now think I'm totally nuts. When I got home this morning, the power was back on as if nothing ever happened. That's good, right? What's so nuts about that? Let's see how long it lasts. But the thing is, like the power was out, but her phone was ringing. That was the craziest thing about it. Now, but she said it was a landline phone. So the landline phone shouldn't have been ringing. But it didn't really look like a landline. It did kind of look like a portable phone. You could take it off the base and walk around with it, like maybe battery operated. But according to her, it was a landline phone that was ringing when the power was out. But I don't know. Isn't that good, right? That the power's back on? True, but they can't explain the power outage. They actually asked me if I was absolutely sure. Apparently, there was no breakdown, and my power usage yesterday was also about average. And when I told them about the phone call, one of them started grinning at me. And the other even asked me if I'd had anything to drink last night. The whole story is strange. Have you been drinking? They're obviously out of their minds. I suppose the whole story is kind of strange. Power goes out, only your power, nobody else's power goes out, and then you get a phone call. It'd be hard to believe. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with this apartment. Speaking of apartment, I want to talk to you about something important. Oh, she getting ready to ask me to move in. I'm not moving into an apartment that just randomly loses power. Our old apartment will soon be vacant again. I ran into Mr. Lichter yesterday. I guess that's the tenant. Apparently, he's been having nothing but trouble with the current tenants. He would even drop the rent if we both moved back in. Would that even be an option for you? It's up for rent in 2 weeks. Ooh, I don't know. Up for rent in 2 weeks. We have to move back in. I'll give it some more thought. I thought you were going to take it. So look. I'll give it some thought. I'll give it a little bit of thought. That it's not a terrible idea, but I don't know. Maybe I want to move into an apartment with somebody else whose name starts with an N. I don't know. We'll see. It would make me really happy. I miss cuddling you so much. Lee, I miss that too. I miss it too. Oops, so late already. I'm about to meet a friend at a cafe in town. Talk to you later. All right. Leah. Oh, Nora. Oh, who would have thought that I would be talking to Nora all of a sudden? The flight was real great, but before I get in the cab, I treat myself to... What are you treating yourself to? Oh, the foot long. Get that foot long. Treating yourself that foot long, Nora. With pickles and mustard. That's a Chicago dog right there, if I've ever heard one. Yum, I love fast food. That's not my thing. Enjoy. I love fast food. Delicious. Just wanted to let you know I arrived in one piece. I'll be in touch once I settled in at my aunt's house. And now I'll dig in before it gets cold. Oh, looks delicious, Nora. I can't wait for our date. It looks like Kiera finally jumped back in. Help. What is happening here? Where am I? What? What? Finally a word from you. Are you okay? Doesn't sound like she's okay, Cedric. What the hell's going on? I don't know. Still feel quite dizzy. Just woke up in a basement? You're kidding. What the hell happened to you? My left arm is chained to a heating pipe? And my kidnapper took my shoes? No way. Why, though? Why Kiera? It doesn't make any sense. So incredibly cold here. And the chain is so tight. It hurts so freaking bad. There's nothing in the room except a staircase. No idea where that one leads to. What? You've got to be kidding me. There's a door there? What? Somebody kidnapped Kiera? Who would kidnap Kiera and why? She was leaving Cedric's house. But for what reason? Please get me out of here. Do you remember anything at all? Were you able to identify your kidnapper? Do you have any idea where you are? What? I am so lost right now. Like, could you identify the kidnapper? I just don't understand why Kiera would be kidnapped. It all happened so fast. I only remember parking my car in the underground car park. When I walked to the elevator, I felt like I was being watched. I'm sure I could hear footsteps. All of a sudden, my phone rang. Dr. Lettner called. That wasn't good to say. You don't say Sebastian. Suddenly there was a shadow. Before I could turn around, I felt a wet cloth on my face, and then I woke up here. Oh, they chloroformed her. Please, you gotta help me. I shouldn't have left you alone. Kiara, I understand you're incredibly scared, but you have to try to keep a cool head now. Even if that is a lot to ask in this situation. I bet it was Lettner. I bet it was Sebastian. I bet Sebastian kidnapped her. First thing you should do is call 911. How is she going to call 911? She's chained up. The police can trace the call. I already tried that, but it doesn't work. And how would she still have her phone? Like, if Sebastian... the kidnapper Sebastian. I don't care. If Sebastian took her shoes, he would have taken her phone. I barely have reception. It's a miracle that texts go out. I guess it makes sense that she's texting us so she still has her phone. But that doesn't make any sense. Well, why would she still have her phone? If you're going to take her shoes but not her phone, that doesn't... Whoever the kidnapper is just dumb. Give me a few minutes. I'll try to locate her again. Right. Get that GPS working. Kiera, do you have any clues that could lead us to you? Can you hear anything from outside? Is there a window in the room? Are there any clues? Any clues at all, Kiera, that we can use to help try to find you? My eyes are burning. I can hardly see. I just want to get out. Yeah, we just want to get you out too, Kiera, but you need to help us out here a little bit. We're trying, Kiera. You need to focus. Every little clue can be important and lead us to you. I don't know. I can't even think straight. She's probably still foggy from the chloroform. What if Jonathan's killer is behind this? I don't want to die, especially not in this terrible place. Kiera will get you out of there, promise. I won't let him hurt you. See, they're saying him. That makes me think it might be a girl now. They immediately say him, like they know that the kidnapper's a guy, but we don't know yet. We won't let that happen. Nothing will happen to you, Kiera. I'm wondering why he didn't take your phone from you. He did, but it was the wrong phone. I bought a prepaid cell phone for Sebastian. My actual cell phone was in my pocket. Oh, that explains it, because I was wondering about that. So he did take the phone. But again, they're saying he, like, so Kiera knows it's a he? We asked him if there was any details about the kidnapper, and she said no. I think it's Sebastian, so it's probably a he. But Kiera doesn't have much time left, only 23% battery. I'm back and I don't have any good news. The cell phone signal is too weak to determine the exact location. The radius of Kiera's whereabouts is simply too large. I think I can hear a car pulling up. What do I do now? I'm so scared. Hide your phone. He can't see it. Wait until you saw him and get back to us. Talk to him and try and find out what he wants. It's important that she hides her phone, but we need other information. Will she have enough common sense to get this information if all I do is tell her that hide your phone? Like, hide your phone, but I don't know. I feel like hiding your phone is also self-explanatory. Like, I don't need to tell her to hide the phone if she should know to hide the phone. So I'm not going to go with that. Wait until you saw him and get back to us. Talk to him and try to find out what he wants. Let's try that. Try talking to him. If you're talking to him, then you're looking at him, then you can find out what he looks like as well. Oh no, I can hear him coming. Turning phone off now. Right, you don't want that thing beeping or buzzing or anything. This is crazy. Now she's offline. Shit, guys, what do we do now? Hell, I don't know. We need to wait until she gets back to us and gives us some more information. We need to call 911 and tell her what, Cedric? Or tell them what? Like, we do need to call 911, but we don't know where to send them. We don't know anything about what's going on. Let's contact Detective Strasser directly so we don't have to explain everything again. I'll take care of it. Oh, that is a good idea. To just get in contact with Detective Strasser. He won't ask very many questions. I guarantee it. I know from my own experience which facts are important now and what a detective wants to know. Perfect, Henry. That is great. Great. Thank you, Henry. I don't know what I would do if something happened to Kiera. Oh my goodness. I certainly hope everything's going to be okay with Kiera. I can't believe she was kidnapped. I think the kidnapper is Sebastian Lettner. That's who my theory is. I'd love to know who your theory is. Who kidnapped Kiera? Who do you think kidnapped Kiera? If you've already played past this point, no spoiler alerts. We need to figure this out on our own. But if you haven't played up past this point, or if you're primarily watching me play up to this point, what is your theories? Who's your theory? Who kidnapped Kiera? I think it was Sebastian Lettner. It just seems too perfect. Hope you guys are enjoying the sign. If you are, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Tethered. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tongue Tied Games. You can also find a song playlist for Tongue Tied Games on Spotify, created for the tethered by the tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.